talk to me about what your reaction was when that fight was confirmed to you?
Well, I think I speak for the majority. I think everyone was surprised at how soon it's come in both the lads' careers. But I think boxing has changed over the years now. I think the days when you used to build up a fight for 2 and 3 years, I think they're gone. I think the TV demand and social media demand, you know what I mean? Everybody has the say now these days, don't they? Whether it be Twitter, Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So I think promoters are under pressure more to make the fights, but more importantly, the fighters want the fights more these days. That's why you're seeing so many of the pound-for-pounders on world level fighting each other. And what a great time to be a British heavyweight boxer. There's so many, not just the British title on the Dubois win for Nathan on the line, so how many doors can open up for him, you know, at the end of it. So it's, but it's ultimately it's a fight I think he could win. That's why we took it.
Aside from maybe the Joshua Dillian White fight a few years ago when both were on the come up, can you compare a scenario like this where two guys that are so young are fighting each other so early?
No, like I say, it's just the way boxing's gone these days now. You know, there was days, where you could build it up for years, but no, I just don't think boxing's that. I think, I think TV demand it now. You know what I mean? Big names, and if the fans want it and the fans want to pay, they want to pay for it and they want to see it. They get made now. And no, but it's the days of it. I mean, years ago, I think you had to have about 40 fights before you won a British title or fought for a British title. Them days are gone now. So I think it is a surprise to us that it's happened this soon. I just think it's the sign of the times, the way they think way it is now.
And Dubois' last performance, it wasn't like a massive eye-opener to fans. He did show, that you can get hit, especially against a guy that's not on the same level as Nathan is. So how much confidence does that give you as a coach?
Yeah, to be honest, Nathan has great upper body movement, great boxing ability, great hand speed, and people with not even the slightest, none of them qualities have been able to nail Dubois. So with Nathan's hand speed, his boxing ability, his upper body movement, he will have no problem landing against Daniel. Daniel's in your face. He's not the most elusive. He's not the most versatile. Is he? He is what he is. Very good at what he is. What he is. He's a big unit. He's a big frame, big guy, heavy-handed. But people have hit him. People have nailed him. And with Nathan's speed and boxing ability, Nathan will have no problem in nailing him. But when he does use that, when he does nail him, he's got to throw the punches with bad intentions, he's got to throw them to knock him out. Where in the past sometimes he's thrown them just to pop, 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 pop and box and look nice. It's just a different fight. When you get someone that's going to be in your face for 12 rounds, it doesn't need me to tell Nathan, if he's going to be in your face for 12 rounds, rat-a-tat-tap's not going to work, you've got to hit him hard. And I think he will find the target, and then when he does hit him hard, I think he'll be enough.
And that first press conference showed, there is a genuine sort of animosity between both guys. I just spoke to Nathan before in the back about the idea of, because both guys are so young, it's kind of a perfect scenario that they have that great dance partner in terms of not just the quality of opposition in front of them, that there is a backstory between them. And you yourself your career got taken to new heights with the Mayweather fight, where there was animosity in that fight as well. So how important is that?
Well, he's got to be in his bonnet, Nathan, hasn't he? They didn't get on at the GB squad because they were both fighting to get to the #1 podium spot. So obviously they're not going to like each other. And then Nathan and Daniel turned pro, and Daniel's boxing on all the big shows, the Royal Albert Halls and boxing like that, where Nathan was boxing in Stoke and Walsall and places like that, which does you no harm. But Nathan used to say to me, why is Daniel getting all the kudos and I'm not getting anything? He never won a round at me in GB. Daniel, Nathan's words, not mine. So I said, well, your time will come, and when it does come, you've got to do the business. He said, trust me, I will. I said, and now the tide's come, and because there's that little bit of that they don't like each other, I think you can tell in Nathan's attitude in his training, he's hitting the bag that little bit harder, that little bit more often, little bit more devilment when he's on the pads with me, little bit more devilment in his sparring, he's going for his sparring partners a little bit more. which is a good sign really, because he's, his boxing ability won't be enough in this fight, but he's got it all in abundance. But I don't think the Dubois camp are prepared for that. I think they just think he's a nice kid, fast hands, can box, which is very, very good from our point, because I know otherwise.
How much in your fighting days did you enjoy going up against a guy who you could tell wanted it, you could tell wanted to unsettle you, sort of like Daniel was trying to do with Nathan and vice versa in this? Did it awaken something else in you?
Well, when I was coming up, I got matched. I mean, a lot of people think Daniel was the favourite. He's been getting more, coverage in the papers and more coverage in the media and stuff like that, and people will think that Daniel's the favourite. But, everyone, when I fought Costas, who they thought he was going to be the favourite. Everyone thought he was going to flatten me in 4 rounds. And you won't believe, and I thought, you cheeky so-and-so. You won't believe what fire that gives you. That people are just, someone that, people that, are getting more coverage, more respect, more this, more that from you, and you're better than him. And then when people think, well, you've no chance here, he's the favourite, he's going to walk for you. That's where Nathan's at, really. He wants what Daniel's got, if that makes any sense. I mean, and that's what he takes into the fight, a real burning desire to prove everyone wrong who thought Daniel was the next big thing in the heavyweight division. We think it's Nathan, and it's our job to go and show it, and I think we will.
And the heavyweight division is in the best place it's been in a long, long time. Just talk to me about sort of the lengths both guys can go, regardless of a result, and where the winner goes from here as well.
Well, I would say a winner of this is in the mix, but I wouldn't say in the mix as far as Joshua and Fury just yet. That goes without saying. But if Nathan beats Daniel, which I believe he will do, there's no, you're looking at the next people that maybe not immediate next fight, but certainly in the next 12 rounds, of your Dave Allens and your Chisora, that was, as you see, in ranking wise, that's the next level. I think if he beats Dubois, there's no reason why he should fear moving up, to that level. But get this fight out of the way, sit down with Frank Warren, and see where we'll all go. I mean, we'd be foolish to look past Daniel, even though we're supremely confident. We've accepted it every time somebody's talked about it. We've accepted the fight. We'll have it tomorrow. So I think it's clear that we're more than confident. But it's not that we're disrespectful enough to say we're not aware what dangers Daniel brings. But we get this one out of the way, and then we've got to sit down with Nathan and Frank and see where we all go.
And last week, or it was a fight week for Billy here last week, so he wasn't here, but there was a time about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago that Nathan's training, Billy's training, Tyson's training, but now all the focus is on Nathan. Do you prefer that for him in this circumstance?
No. The thing is, when I trained at the Phoenix camp in Manchester, I come out of the amateur game with 9 national titles, ABA, world medalist and all that stuff, but I walked in a gym where, in my amateur gym, I guess I was the star, if you like. But I walked into my pro gym and I wasn't. I was just this little fart type thing, when Ensley Bingham, Cal Thompson, World Cruiserweight champion, Maurice Cole, Paul Burke, Andy Olligan, you know what I mean? Steve the Viking Foster, you know what I mean? And, training around them brings it out for you. Yeah. Don't forget, Nathan training around, even though he's top of the bill, if you like, and fighting Daniel Dubois, and he's at a very high level. Don't forget, he's still training around 2 unbeaten current world champion and former, lineal world champion. Them 2 never lost a fight on world level. So, and Nathan is still at the improving stage. Even though he's in this fight, he's still improving. He's going to get better. And working around Tyson and Billy is where he has helped him no end. But Tyson's got his job, obviously, in Las Vegas. When he comes back, I've no doubt him and Billy will stick their head through the door, and because we're very, very close in this team, we bounce off each other, we will everyone on. But no, we're happy where we are at the minute. Everything's going good.
Have you seen different elements to his game, and have you been adding different elements to his game in this camp? I know it's quite short at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah, because he's got to stand his ground a little bit more and sit in the pocket and mix it up. I mean, I said when I mean mix it up, I mean stand in the pocket and give him, but doesn't mean meet him head on, because you know Daniel is very, very good, very effective at what he does, good size, heavy-handed, good work rate and stuff like that. But Nathan's the better boxer. He's the better boxer, you know, the better boxer, the faster boxer, the better boxing ability, I think the better boxing brain, and you know, so using all that and stick the nastiness on top of that, which he's got, which they think he hasn't, you got your answer. So we're working on what he does best, his boxing ability, his speed, his movement, but we're also working out when he does get there. I said, don't you run from him. Don't you run from him and jab and move and everything. You stand there and have it out with him. Have it out with him. Clever and sensible, which is what he's got, and I don't think Daniel has, no disrespect. You know what I mean? We meet him head on, we give up our advantage. But we meet him head on and we're smart with it, we win it all day long.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time, Ricky.